All right. Quick anime check-in. We're starting with Steins Gate. This is an anime that I have had the most trouble getting into, and it is one that I want to love. So I've tried to start this now like 3 times. So, okay, you're meant to be confused for the beginning. I know that. It is about time travel, so I'm assuming certain things that happen in the way people are acting in the first couple episodes might make more sense once I finish the series and probably rewatch the first couple episodes again and be like, oh, that's what was actually going on. I've been told this is one of the most well executed examples of time travel in anime or media just in general. So I do want to love it. The characters are very quirky, is putting it mild. So before I get into what they're like, let me just say how many times I've tried to watch this anime. Back in the day, so high school Jessica, I guess it's been over a decade now, or close to a decade at least, try to watch it. I have no memory of anything that's happened since like the halfway point of the first episode, so apparently I didn't make it very far. I then tried to watch it again when I just needed to take a break and watch something casually. I do not recommend watching this anime when you're on double the daily dose of recommended allergy medication, suffering a headache or migraine, and just thinking that would be a nice casual watch. It is not. I had to restart it again. So this is my third attempt, and I'm only 4 episodes in now. So you have the main character who is a self-proclaimed mad scientist. It goes a little bit off the rails in the first episode alone. There was talk about a secret organization that's manipulating events and trying to take over the world. There's talks about someone from a parallel universe. We're looking for a piece of technology. Like, I'm all over the place. I don't know what to think. And quite honestly, I'm not enjoying any of the characters right now. They are committed to playing along with his bit of, I'm a mad scientist, my life is dangerous, keep people at a distance, but also I'm wacky and spewing nonsense every now and then. Like, I don't know what to think of the main character or this anime in general, but I am committed to finishing this anime and probably rewatching it a second time, because I assume that's how many times you need to do it to understand what's going on. Thankfully, by episode 3, things are actually making sense. Like, I now have a plot line and understanding of what's going on, so I'm not confused. It was only that first episode that was really confusing of, But this is a beloved series, so I will be finishing it, no matter how many times I have to restart it. The next anime I've started is Hell's Paradise, and I am adoring this anime so very, very, very much. How many episodes am I now? Is it 6 episodes? Just confirmed with Crunchyroll, 5 episodes. So I'm caught up with what's currently aired. I'm adoring it. I love the atmosphere. So if it's very dark and bloody, yet they're on this island paradise. And it's just full of colorful flowers, and the sun is shining, and there's these monsters attacking and killing people, and bugs and insects that are even more deadly than the monsters. And I'm loving that juxtaposition of the terrifying violence and the just beauty and flowers. I love it. I love it so very much. I love our main character, Gabimaru. I love how he's considered a hollow. I love the talk of suppressing emotions, but also accepting his emotions, and it's not a weakness to feel things and care about people and be a good person. That's not a weakness. So again, the idea is essentially, I'm pretty sure I talked about it in an earlier video, of finding the elixir of life to get this royal pardon so he can go and live a good life. I love the samurai who's with him and protecting him. She's struggling with being an executioner and the weight it holds, and she's trying to be like effortless when she kills somebody, but then realizing, no, I need to take this responsibility and bear the weight of my job. And it's just really a lot of acceptance, and I'm adoring it. I'm loving the other characters. There's this blonde guy with a big scar on his face. What's his name? Chobi or something like that? I don't know what his name is. I love him so very much. I think he's my favorite. He is a complete psychopath, really. Brutal, like the bandit king. Him and his samurai that's in charge of guarding him or executing him. I love their relationship. I'm not going to go into any spoilers, and it is a delight. He is so entertaining, and they're talking about how he can adapt to any situations and get anyone on his side, not willing to change and evolve and betray people. And he's brutal. I love him. I love him so much. The last episode introduced another character, starts with an N, Narugai or something like that. I love them even more, maybe. I don't know. I've only had them for an episode. But their history, and again, the samurai who's in charge of protecting / executing them if they go out of line. I love their relationship and what they've gone through in the last episode. There's a Konichi girl who is slowly starting to grow on me. I think I might like her in the future as well. I'm a selfish character who lies, manipulates, and takes advantage of others. It's so entertaining. So I am loving, loving, loving these characters. I love this atmosphere. I love the world. I love the combination of, there's these statues of different types of gods from 2 different religions. One Buddhist and I think another one from China. Was it Taoism or something like that? I don't know. There's going to be a lot of religious elements that's probably going to go over my head. I might actually have to do research to fully understand the themes of this anime, which is something I'm actually considering doing because I want to get all of it. Definitely going to be reading the manga for this eventually when I have time. I haven't even started the next section of Monster yet. I'm working through One Piece. Once I'm caught up with One Piece, I need to start Naruto again. So I have a lot of manga on the go, but this is one I'm adding to the list because it is completed. So it shouldn't take that much time. So I'm very, very, very excited to do that. However, sadly, because I have read the Chainsaw Man manga and then I want to do Hell's Paradise, that means I'm going to need to read Jujutsu Kaisen, and that should probably be a good thing because I'm told the manga is fantastic and wonderful. I just really didn't like the first season of the anime, so maybe when season 2 airs, maybe I'll get hooked and then find time to read that manga as well. We're going to see what happens. Then there were the 2 movies that I stayed up extremely late on a work night waiting for Crunchyroll to hurry up and put them on their website. Like, it was driving me crazy. To Every You I've Loved Before, and To Me, The One Who Loved You. So I have zero interest, really, in romance anime movies. However, I have been told that these 2 movies can be watched in either order. So I'm going to be referring to them as the one with the blue cover and the one with the pink cover. So whichever one you watch first, watching the other one second will affect how you feel about the ending. And I just wanted to know what that meant. So I picked the pink cover first. So that is to Me, The One Who Loved You. When I say this is one of my favorite anime movies, I'm not kidding. It was an absolute delight. So we're dealing with parallel worlds. I love these characters. I love this plot. I cried 3 separate times. And the ending was my only complaint for this one because I was sort of confused on what even was happening. I'm pretty sure I knew, but I wanted a little bit of clarification on what actually happened. So then, the next day, because I did have to go to work, I watched the blue movie cover, To All the Yous I've Loved Before? Nope, To Every You I've Loved Before. There we go. So we're in a different world following the same character from the first one if he had made a different choice at a very young age. And I did not like this one. I did not like it at all. I'm happy I did not start with that movie because I probably wouldn't have watched the second one. I was bored. Granted, part of the reason I was bored was because it was showing a lot of scenes that happened in the first movie I watched, our pink cover one. And I would have probably felt that the pink cover one was really repetitive if I watched the blue one first. But, I don't know, I ended up, skipping a decent amount, just, fast forwarding. Then when things started getting new, I was still not that interested. It seemed like it was flashing by this life so quickly, and I did not feel connected to these characters, despite the fact they are the same characters from the movie I adored. So I did not understand that. So really it was only the last 10-ish minutes that happened in that one that I enjoyed because it explained what happened into the pink movie cover, which I adored. And I probably just would have preferred to watch the pink movie cover and the last half hour of the other one. and I would have been fine with that. So I think this is a very unpopular opinion. Not unpopular in the way the pink movie cover is preferred. I think most people I've seen online preferred that one. However, many still enjoyed the blue movie cover and felt it was a whole movie on its own. I did not really get that, but maybe that was because I was only half paying attention. I'm not really sure. But the endings, did I actually get a different feeling of the ending by watching it in the order I did? Maybe, because with the pink movie cover, it just kind of felt incomplete, possibly tragic. And then with the blue movie cover watch second, I felt it was more hopeful and, yeah, hopeful and understanding, and just, you felt loved with that one, whereas the other one I was just a little confused and possibly sad. So there was that. I'm very happy I watched both of these, and I'm very happy I cried like 3 or 4 times in the pink movie cover. So I will be eventually starting my watching anime like Your Name and anything else that's going to make me sob and cry and break my heart. I will be watching those eventually. All right, for the last one, I saved this one to the end because I do need to talk about a spoiler, and I will do that at the end. It's the very last thing, so you'll be able to cut away if I convince you to watch this anime, because I love it so very much so far, and it's not even my vibe, not even a little bit. We have Dead Mount Death Play. This is a reverse isekai, which I have never really watched an isekai, I don't think. I've watched Inuyasha, which I guess involves going back to feudal Japan, so we're going to call that isekai. I've enjoyed the first season of Sword Art Online. Don't hold that against me. So that's my experience with isekai. It's not a genre I search out. So essentially, you are in this world war thing. There's the corpse god. There's these holy knights. They're fighting. It feels very much like a 2000, maybe late 2000 video game. Like the CGI and animation is not good in this first episode. I almost turned it off. Stick to the end of the first episode, please. I beg of you, because the first, pretty much all of it, I'm like, yeah, I'm not watching episode 2. The last 20 seconds happened, and I'm like, hot damn, I need to watch the series. So, you have this war going on. I will tell you when I get into that spoiler. And what happens is, this is all in the synopsis, during the war, the soul of one of the characters goes into our world, hence reverse isekai. So we're gone from this very much war-ridden world to our normal time, where the character wakes up with amnesia and is in the body of a high school student who has just been assassinated. So he's dead. And they get up and it's like, oh, what? So you're dealing with like, why did someone try to assassinate a high school student? This character got to get his memories back, and they're just trying to figure out like whether or not they should stay in our world, go back to their own world. Can they go back to their world? There's no magic here, where there's magic in the other world, where there's limited magic in our world at least. And oh, it's such a delight. I did not like the abundant amount of fan service, both in the first episode and the next couple episodes that's been released. There's a lot of it. There's a lot of fan service, and it is slightly annoying me. But I adore these characters so very much, so I do not care. I will now be going into spoiler. So if you're clicking away now, bye. Tell me if you watch this thing or if you've read the manga. I need to know if it is weird that I love it, or if this is a beloved series. I don't actually know. All right, going into spoilers. So it is revealed in the end of episode 1 that the character who has been brought in our world is not the hero in the Holy Knights that's waging war against this corpse god. The one into our world is the corpse god. So we have the villain of that world in our world, and you're like, hot damn. And then he gets his powers back, and he kills the assassin who was trying to re-kill him, because walking down the street, he's like, hey, I just killed you, let me kill you again. Stay dead this time. He gets into an area with a bunch of ghosts, so he can harness their powers and bring forth these corpses, essentially, to attack his enemy. So he's gotten a little bit more of his power in our world. And I'm just thinking, okay, we have the villain with magical powers. How's anyone going to stop him? Turns out he's a sweet, sweet boy who just wants to live peacefully. And the fact that he's a necromancer was just bad in their worlds because in the world he came from, everyone was just like, you're a demon, you're unclean, you're horrible, you and all your friends and loved ones need to be exterminated. So he was just fighting back against them because they were attacking him and prevented him from living a peaceful life. I'm not going to blame him for that. So, like, there's even a scene later on, I'll get to that in a minute. Cutting in just to say, he's also very much a sociopath or something. Like, he is using souls as toys. He calls them toys. However, he does also say he likes to take care of his toys. So he doesn't treat the souls he's controlling that terribly. It's a complicated character and I love him. He is now with like a bunch of hitmen, and they're terrible people. And he's just like, that's fine. You're gonna help me live a peaceful life. He's going about his day. At one point, like, the cops come after him, and it's just like, the people you're working for are not good people. They're not someone you should be friends with because they just see him as a high school kid. And he's just like, I choose my friends. You do not tell me who are my friends. And he takes an issue with, like, you're saying these people I'm with are corrupt, and that's how people in my world viewed me. How dare you? So he's defending his assassin friends to the cops. Later on, said assassin, he's not really an assassin, he's like the spy who, whatever, is just like, hey, listen, I appreciate you standing up for me, but I'm not a good person. I would sell you out to save myself. And this corpse god guy is just like, now you're underestimating me. There's nothing that you could tell somebody, or no secret of mine that you would know that would be worth your life. I will choose my friends over my secrets. And I'm just like this sweet boy. So I am having a delight with these characters, with this world, with these powers. The animation does get better. It's not as bad as the first episode. So I am really excited to see where it goes. I'm assuming that we're going to get characters from the other world crossing over looking for him. There's already some more assassins with very scary powers. The cops, I do not trust them at all. They are not nice people. Again, if it wasn't for the fan service, this would just be a wild fun ride. So that's all I got, actually. So I will talk to you later.